episode called Father's Day. Now, this episode starts off with a flashback with Rose's mum, Jackie, telling a very young Rose about the day that her father dies in a road accident on his way to a friend's wedding. Now, coming forward to the present day, you see Rose and the Doctor in the TARDIS, and the Doctor says, "Where would you like to go?" And Rose says, "To the day that my father dies." The Doctor says, "Okay, fair enough," and he takes her. And they're waiting at the corner of the road, and he's going across the road. He gets hit by the car. The Doctor says to Rose, "Go and comfort him before he dies," because she knows that he died alone. She runs off and hides because she can't do it. And once he is dead and the ambulance arrives, she asks the Doctor, can we go back and try again?" And the Doctor says, "Well, look, if we do this, you have to be very careful that our past selves don't see us, because if we do, we could destroy the timeline and it could just make it terrible." So he says, "Okay, fair enough, I won't do it." So they go back again, and Rose is waiting behind the corner of their original selves, watching the road. And just before the car's about to hit her dad, the second Rose runs past their past selves and knocks him out of the way so he doesn't get hit by the car. And this is where everything changes. Their past selves disappear because they've seen their future selves. And Pete is really shocked, like saying, "Wow, I nearly could have died." And Rose is like, "No problem." And the Doctor goes ballistic. The Doctor takes her TARDIS key off her and storms off. Pete invites Rose back to his place, have a cup of tea, saying thank you very much. And then after that, and everything just seems to, they start talking. She says, about her, what she, even though she doesn't tell him who she is really, but she says about how her father died and all this sort of things. And then he starts saying about how he's married to Jackie, and how they've got a baby called Rose. And then he says, "Oh look, I'm going to a wedding. Do you want to come along?" He says, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Jackie will be there. So they drive to the church. But before that, the Doctor has returned to the TARDIS and steps inside, and it's empty. It's just an empty police box. There's no TARDIS in there at all. So he runs to try and find Rose. What happens is, the car that's meant to have hit Pete and killed him, you see occasionally appearing, driving a little while, disappearing. And strange sort of winged creatures are appearing and killing people and absorbing them, and they're called the Reaper. Rose and Pete arrive at the church, are met by Jackie, who is holding baby Rose, and they're about to go in. The Doctor arrives just in time for the Reaper. A Reaper's about to attack people outside the church. He already takes a couple of guests, and so he forces everyone into the church, and because it's old, the Reapers can't get in. So this is Jackie, who starts becoming quite suspicious, thinking that Rose and Pete are having an affair, which they're not, obviously. And then she sort of Rose tells Pete that, "I'm your daughter from the future. I'm your baby Rose." Pete then tells Jackie, who then thinks that Rose is a child that he had before he met her, which of course isn't true, and she finds it very difficult to understand. Then Then Pete asks Rose to hold baby Rose, and the doctor's already told her, do not let that happen, do not hold her, because that will destroy the paradox and that will just make it terrible and just destroy the world. So, as soon as she touches her baby, one of these creatures comes into the church, and because the doctor's the oldest thing in the church, it absorbs him and takes him, so they're all alone. Pete, realising that it's all down to him, if he was hit by the car and died, this wouldn't be happening and all the people would come back that have been eaten. So he runs out of the church and he sees a car driving along the road and he gets hit by it. Everyone else runs outside the church to see what's happened. All the people that have been eaten or absorbed by the Reapers have been returned, and the doctor holds Rose's hands and say, go and comfort your dad. She runs off and is with him until he dies, just before the ambulance arrives. Then her and the doctor walks off to the TARDIS and goes travelling through space. Then we have another flashback, and in this flashback you see Jackie telling a young Rose about the day that her father died and how a very lovely young woman was with him when he died, so he wasn't alone, he wasn't scared. So for this episode of Doctor Who, Series 1, called Father's Day, I'm going to give it a score of 3. So thank you very much, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.